We are here live in South France because Marvin's special guest, he just won the adhs, the German university competition in longboarding. So congratulations, and tell us quick who you are, Marvin.
So I'm Marvin. I surf around Europe all the time. I come from Munich, from the river surfing, and I lately started longboarding a few years back, and I've been shortboarding for 15 years and become a surf coach.
Yes, so he's a surf coach and just won the competition in longboarding, and that's why I thought I'm gonna ask him some really insights about longboarding, because he shapes his own board, right?
Correct.
And he won the competition, so why not ask this guy some special questions? And you might be interested in longboarding, or you wonder like, oh, what kind of techniques, is it the same, is it different? That's why we have two boards in the back, one shortboard and one longboard. And we have already the first question. Marvin, is there any difference between paddling with a shortboard or paddling with a longboard? Is it the same, or?
No, it's different, obviously. Yeah. You have this huge longboard which you lay on top of the water. Instead, with a shortboard, like, the water usually reaches on the side, since it has less volume.
When you sit on the shortboard.
Oh, when you lay down.
Oh yeah, true.
You're also sunk more in.
Yeah.
And the rocker is different. The shortboard pushes the water more because of the more intense rocker, whilst the longboard stays on top of the water and really glides into it. So the paddling is a lot easier. There's all this volume, the length, and this like mellow rocker, which really makes for a great paddling experience. I wish my shortboard paddled like a longboard.
True, yeah.
Then I would surf very differently.
Yeah.
So, and you also position a bit differently. On a longboard you lay a bit further towards the nose,
yeah,
because you always want your nose to just poke out of the water like 2-3 centimeters,
yeah,
to have this perfect paddling position.
Yeah.
Same for shortboarding.
Yeah.
But usually when you shortboard, your board ends like around the knee or the shins,
mm-hmm,
and the longboard you can even lay so far up that you can't even reach the end of your tail.
Yeah.
And,
so the positioning on the longboard is different, so you're more in the middle, and
exactly.
And paddling into the wave, what's different then? Like, I mean, obviously you
Yeah.
do with both arms, but what's the difference between shortboarding and longboarding? It's like,
well, there's these like obvious differences. There's some other paddling techniques in longboarding.
Yeah.
There's even like on the knees sometimes,
yeah,
or laying down. You can shift your weight around. For example, you see a lot of longboarders, when the waves are tiny,
yeah,
they lift up their feet, or like from the knee up,
yeah,
to shift the weight forward, to just get a tiny
speed.
Boost of speed. This you can't do on a shortboard, because you will have too much pressure on the tail and you will just like break.
Yeah.
But then also you have a very different approach towards the wave. Obviously, you can take much flatter waves that you can paddle in, because you have this immense paddling speed.
Mm-hmm.
And so you take different waves, and then it also is a bit of a different approach, since you don't have to do the pop-up as quickly, since the wave is mellow. You can just wait until you're really set up and then start towards the takeoff. And on a shortboard you usually take off in a critical position, so you really do a quick takeoff and then try to be set for either the barrel or just a bottom turn, whatever the wave provides.
So the paddling into the wave is different, but once you're in the wave, is there also a difference? Like, we imagine we paddle just into a wave with the longboard. Is there also some difference between shortboard and longboard once you're in the wave?
Yes. So with the shortboard you try to minimize that time. Since the wave is in a critical position, you
yeah,
don't have much time.
Everything is quicker.
Yes, you pop off really quick, try to stand already, start with your maneuvers and your movements.
Mm-hmm.
And on a longboard you see they're always trying to be pretty stylish and like cool looking, so they just go into the gliding position,
mm-hmm,
which is like your chest pushed up, and then you have your back bent and your legs are almost laying on the board, which you can see in the Surf Companions book. And
maybe I have the illustration with me here. Oh yeah, this one. Gliding, huh?
So it's that position. Maybe we can show a picture of that in the video.
Yeah, gliding position.
And so they just stay there for if the waves are really flat, they just stay there and look cool, look left, look right, to check out what the wave is doing. You have so much time.
Yeah, yeah.
And then after that you come towards the takeoff. But it seems like there's no stress and no pressure in this world when they do it. So that's also why longboarding looks so cool, in my opinion.
Yeah, because everything is more chilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have more time. Yeah. So technique-wise, you just heard it from Marvin. So the advantage is you have more time, more gliding time, and it doesn't have to be that quick,
Yeah.
right? Okay, that's perfect. And what's the biggest difference between standing, like how the stance is on a shortboard and on the longboard? There's also a big difference, or would you say like it's almost the same? What's your...
This is where really the difference comes shining, I'd say.
Yeah.
You longboarders try to look as relaxed as possible, as cool, as mellow, sometimes even bored.
Yeah.
So that's the style goal people tend to go towards, at least in the classic nose riding longboard style.
Yeah.
And so you see the people are very upright, the feet are quite close together, arms are hanging down, which is quite the opposite of your shortboarding position. You have a wide stance, you're very far bent down in your knees to have a low center of gravity.
Yeah. In shortboarding, you mean?
Yeah, in shortboarding.
Yeah.
Your arms are moving everywhere, you have these very heavy twists in your body,
Yeah.
very intense looking, because you also want to look intense and
Yeah.
powerful in shortboarding, in most styles at least.
Yeah.
And so that's a huge difference in these two approaches.
Yeah. Okay. So you heard it. With longboarding, I just summarize it. You have to look bored
If
and
you
relax.
can,
And on the shortboard, you have to be sporty, action, and the stance is different. Amazing. So, and we put an extra one on it. What is the first thing they should learn, like technical wise, on a longboard? What's of course the safeties and how to glide and how to pedal and how to position yourselves, already a lot of things. But once we're on the wave, what is the first thing you should learn with a longboard? What kind of maneuver or...
Yeah. So I think we can talk about two maneuvers we can do. The first one would be the classic cross step. That's where you lift up your back foot, you move it across your front foot and just put it in front of it. So you cross over your legs. And this is the technique you use later to get all the way up to your nose, which is then the nose riding, which is the main goal in longboarding. And so this can be a great tool for you to make sure you're in the right trim of the wave, because since you're moving forwards and backwards on the boards, you're either, when you move forwards, accelerating, or when you move backwards, you're braking. And so by this maneuver, you can change the speed so it matches the wave. Important for that is that you're in a steeper part of the wave or close to the white water or curl. Otherwise, if you're too far out on the shoulder, it doesn't work. You just sink down. And
Because
then,
the wave is too flat.
yes, and nothing holds down your tail. So then it's really not that much fun. It looks a bit stupid. So try to be in the critical part of the wave, and then just start playing with it. It's really, it's such an amazing feeling to achieve that, and you will be very proud after your session once you make your first cross steps. It can take some time. It's a really advanced move already. But once you achieve it, it's really cool. And then the second maneuver, I'd say, could be like a switch stance. So you stand and then you just try to put your other foot in the front. So you can even move like 180 degrees. We've used that a lot this week in the competition, since the waves were tiny and there was no way on getting to the nose, at least in the later rounds. So we used these types of maneuvers or tricks to get some points on the board.
Nice. Amazing. So if you want to start longboarding, like that comment below, share it to friends, take some notes from Marvin, and if you want to have live coaching, you can have it. If you just put a link below and you can see us and get coached live from us with the help of the internet. Doesn't matter which beach you live or which beach you're gonna go. We're gonna discuss and improve your surfing, because this is the whole YouTube channel about. And thanks for your time, Marvin.
Thank you. Bye bye, guys.